Alright, welcome everyone, I'm Morali, and this is episode 1 of my Grandia 2 playthrough. So, before we get started, as always, I'd like to point out, or just talk, not point out, but talk about some things. So, as you guys can see, some stuff has changed, specifically the camera situation. So, recently on my community page on YouTube, I actually put out a poll of people, I asked you guys whether or not you wanted me to use cameras for my playthrough, and overwhelmingly, more so than I thought, we actually had people that wanted me to use cameras. So here we are. Hey guys, welcome. So this is my first time using a camera for a playthrough. I do stream. This is like my streaming setup. It's almost identical. It's the same setup that I'm using. So but yeah, so I'm going to be talking to you guys through the camera, which is some super new, and I think that makes my rants that I usually have in the beginning of the episodes maybe a little bit more tolerable, maybe more interesting even, if you can actually see my face when I'm talking to you. So, I don't know, whatever. But people wanted it, so here it is. So welcome, everyone. Now, I will point out, if you're new to the channel, I do have a bunch of playthroughs. I've been just rapidly playing through a bunch of games, especially last year in 2022. I went through a bunch of different games, older, newer, all kinds of stuff that we went through. And yeah, and we're rapidly going through more. I'm really enjoying doing the playthroughs. They don't get watched as much, but I'm hoping that maybe eventually people can go back, right? And people can go back and they can rewatch, or not rewatch it, but actually watch it, right? It's there forever, as long as YouTube exists at least. So if you guys are interested in other RPGs, I have a bunch of them over on my channel. And for those of you that are interested in the Xenoblade Chronicles playthroughs, I will be continuing the other games, but I do want to break them up. I just finished Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition with the extra story Future Connected as well. And I didn't want to go right into Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and then 3, because if I'm doing that playthrough, Xenoblade Chronicles, took me 4 months. So if I do all the other Xenoblade Chronicles, I would just be playing Xenoblade Chronicles for a year, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm breaking it up, doing some other stuff in between. So here we are with Grandia 2. Let's speak about Grandia in general. So Grandia 1, I did a playthrough of, I want to say 2021, so like not quite 2 years ago. I want to say like a year and a half ago. I want to say somewhere around that, over on my channel, and that was super fun. One of my big childhood games, one of the games that was just not, it was weird because I received it for Christmas from my dad, and I didn't know what to think of it at first. I was kind of like, okay, but then I came to love it so much. It was just like a huge thing for me, and it took me forever to play through the first time because I didn't really understand RPGs at the time. Like, I didn't really know how it functioned, and I talk about a lot of that stuff in that playthrough as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, that's over on my channel as well. There's a playlist somewhere on my channel, but I will tell you guys that this is Grandia 2 is not like the Grandia series. Is not like, they're like Final Fantasies, right? Where like the one game has nothing to do with the other game. Okay, there's like no connections. But what we will see is certain ideas and certain like themes and certain like isolated incidents where they kind of carried this idea over, where they carried this like, oh, this, remember this, and then they carried that over to like the second game. And there's certain instances where I told you guys in the Grandia 1 playthrough, we're gonna see that idea, or we're gonna see this, like, oh, remember this, remember this, remember this, right? Like one that I'm just gonna point out on the top of my head that I can remember was in the and this will be spoilers, guys. If you're not into spoilers for Grandia 1, I would just kind of stop watching here and go watch that or play that or whatever. But I'm gonna be spoiling a lot of Grandia 1. But we had, when we were on the last continent, and Gaia was slowly spreading, we had the old town where I forgot her name, where that really where that lady was from. I don't remember, but the space was all distorted. If you guys remember, there was like the area where everything was distorted and things were in like weird places and stuff. And I told you guys, like, remember this. And then there was also some part with like a tree. Remember how there was like a room that had like a weird tree, and it was like the light would like turn off or something, and it was just like the tree isolated and stuff in this distorted space. Like, we will see that whole idea kind of come back in like a different way, and it's so cool how they like take certain ideas and kind of carried it over. But the characters will be completely different. It'll be all new characters. And then the only other thing that will kind of carry over is the combat. We'll see a lot of skills kind of carried over, a lot of magics. Some of them function differently now, and a lot of them, they obviously will look completely different, because this is this was like an upgrade in graphics. This was like the next gen after the gen that the Grandia 1 came out. So there's a lot of like graphics updates and stuff. I will tell you guys, this is the HD collection for Switch, so there is graphical issues and some stuff, which I think is just based off of the game. There's nothing I can do about that, so I will tell you guys that when you see something funky popping up, or something flickering, or something like popping in and out or something, that's just how it is. There's nothing I can do. It's not like I'm emulating this or anything. It's literally how the Switch runs it, so we'll see. I will tell you guys as well, I did record like 3 episodes of this, but as you guys, some of you might know, I just recently reformatted my computer, and I lost all of the settings from my recording thing, and they were kind of off. So I didn't record. There was some stuff where the recording was like lagging and stuff. So I hope that I have that fixed now, because I literally recorded like 3 episodes of this, and I was like, okay, I don't like that. Like, it didn't come out quite the way that I wanted it to. So I was just like, trash that and redo it, you know? Because I want to do like high quality stuff, and I don't want it to lag. And especially when it comes to like, we'll be watching like in-game cinematics and stuff, and I was thinking, like, what if there's like a really important cinematic and then all of a sudden it lags and you guys miss like a really important part or something? That would like really piss me off, you know? That would like really make me angry, because I'm like, oh my god, and then I don't want to re-record that specific episode, blah blah blah, all this stuff. So I just figured, let's just redo it, and yeah, so here we are. Rant over. As you guys know, if you guys are new to the channel, I will tell you guys, I am notorious. I don't know if I would call it notorious, but I do have a tendency to do rants in the beginning of the episodes. So if you guys are not a fan of that, I'm sorry, but you're on YouTube, you can just skip through it if you're not interested. All right, so here we go, Grandia 2. Let's. There's going to be obviously an opening cinematic. It's very Grandia 1-ish, the opening cinematic, but you guys will learn quickly how much, like, how different the game really is to Grandia 1. So let's get into it and let's learn what this game is all about. And you guys will see that there is a save game from the recording that I had. So, but we're gonna do a new game, and yeah, let's go. we'll talk about that as well, but we're gonna be introduced to some to the setting, to the some main characters now, so.
Don't let me down, Sky. Sky, over here!
Ryudo, I cannot take much more of this.
Quit your belly aching and fly, damn it! Whoa! I finished the job, didn't I?
Yes, in your own crude fashion. Here, take your money.
Father, don't be rude. I'm so sorry.
Don't bother, I'm used to it.
I won't have you speaking to his kind. Come, we're leaving.
I cannot stand him. What a pompous fool.
It's work, not a barrel of laughs.
Well, well, you're growing up, Ryudo.
Ugh, if it weren't for work, I'd have nothing to do with that guy. But business is business.
She was a fine-looking girl, though.
I don't care for her or the kindness of strangers. What is it, Sky?
Ryudo, looks like we have another job.
Hey, not already. I'm still sore from that fall. No thanks to you. Ouch! Okay. Sky, all right already. It's good to have work, right? It says the Church of Granis wants to hire you as a bodyguard. So, working for Granis, huh? Now I really don't want to do it.
A job's a job, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's what it means to be a geohound.
And that's it. That's how, and you know, it's something that when I originally recorded these episodes, I kind of pointed that out as well. You know, back in the day, they kind of like threw you into these games. Oh, I have to change the setting. There was a setting with the camera, and I like was freaking out last time because I was like, oh my god, I need to change that because it's like backwards, and I'm like, I'm not flying a plane. But yeah, so it's something that I pointed out in the original recording as well, is that, you know, in the olden games, they just kind of threw you in, and I love that they do it in this game. They do it more so in this game, I feel like, than they did in Grandia 1. Like, because in Grandia 1, you start off in the city, right? Is it New Palm City? Or New Palm, or whatever it's called, right? And, you know, you have to walk around with Sue and Justin, and you kind of get introduced to, like, the world a little bit, right? And, like, your mom, and blah, 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 until you, like, eventually venture out to, like, Marna Road, or whatever it's called, you know? And here, it's not like that. Here, it's just, like, we're out in the middle of nowhere, we've just finished a job, and people are being really mean to us. Like, why are they being mean to us? Well, we're a geohound, and apparently geohounds are almost like mercenaries in this game, but they're like these like murderous type, right? They do like the bottom of the barrel jobs like that no one wants to do in this world, just like slaying monsters and like whatever, do like the dirty work, and it's looked upon, like kind of like frowned upon a little bit to do this job. So we'll find that like whenever it comes up like geohound, people are like, oh my god, it's a geohound, and they're all like just kind of like scared, and geohounds just have like a really bad reputation because they seem to be doing they seem to be more on the like I said, the murderous types and the like doing the bad jobs and stuff. So here we are, Ryudo and Sky. So Ryudo will be our main character. He's going to be our new Justin. But as you guys will have noticed, he has a completely different personality to Justin. Justin was a very like happy-go-lucky and like adventure and yeah, ooh, cool, awesome. And Ryudo's like, I hate everything. I hate everyone, and I hate everything, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. That's kind of how he is, but that leaves just a lot of room for character development, right? Which I want to say I think they do pretty well in this game. So he's a character that by the end will kind of, you know, as far as I remember anyways, will come around and we'll see a little bit different. Sky being his like weird exotic bird with like a horn or whatever, you know, and he's really cool, Sky, and he seems to be like almost this like if he was a person, he would be like this older gentleman, almost like a mentor type of thing. And he's really cool. I love Sky, and kind of hangs out. And yeah, so we just finished a job, and now the Church of Granis wants to hire us. So one huge theme in this game is religion. Religion is like a massive thing, which is something that we didn't see too much in the first game, right? In the first game, we had ancient civilizations, but they weren't like worshipped or anything. You know, it wasn't like a religious type of thing. Here in this game, oh my god, religion is a huge thing. So we're gonna see a lot of that. Speaking of, you know, religion and stuff like that, so the opening cutscene kind of explained how this world came to be, like, you know, like how the world came to be the way it is now. So we had the glowing guy, the glowing thing that was like in the sky and was fighting the like dark purpley hand or whatever. So the glowy thing was Granis, which is almost like God, right? That's God of this world. So the Church of Granis is, you know, it's the ruling body of this country that we're in, or this continent, or even this world, I think. I don't know how far it stretches, but, you know, it's like a theocracy, so it's like the ruling body is the church, right? And it's the Church of Granis, and then the creature, the weird dark purpley hand that fought Granis, was Valmar, which is the devil or like Satan or whatever, right, of this world, and that will come up a lot. I mean, like right from the get-go when we get into the actual story, we'll see both of them being mentioned. So just so you guys know, and they had a battle long ago, and I guess there was followers of Valmar as well, because you saw on the planet, like, you know, they were fighting above, and then on the planet the people were fighting. There was like fires everywhere and like explosions or whatever, right? And so I guess they both had followers or whatever, and they fought, and then something crashed into the planet and created these giant like crevices, like these canyons, right? And they're like massive, and we're gonna see them. We're gonna actually have to like cross them. I don't know if there's like one big one and then a bunch of little ones, but yeah, we're gonna have to cross at least one of those canyons. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, because there's something from Grandia 1 that kind of carried over as a theme when we talk about those canyons and stuff. So we'll talk about that. But enough talking. Let's kind of get into it here. We also get introduced to some of the girls that walked across the bridge. We will actually see them very shortly, and you know, they will play a bigger role as well. So we will see them. We collected some items. Those things right there, you guys will remember from Grandia 1. That's where you save and recover in the world, in the overworld. I mean, if you're like in a town, if you're like in town or something, you obviously go to like an inn. That's still the same as it was in the first game. But out in the world, we will go to these little glowy places here. Recover, and then we can save the game. And I'm gonna save over my old. So you guys will see for like a second what's going on, and I'm just gonna, aha, you guys know nothing. Just kidding, I don't know. So these crows, this guy right there, he's making a noise. We'll see them a lot more, and we'll hear about, we'll see them. I don't think they play like a role or anything. I think they're just like ambient creatures or whatever, the little crow things. But what's not really important, but kind of take note of, it's evening. Okay, we're running. It's like dusk right now, so the sun is going down, and yeah, and it's just like the evening. I don't know why I'm saving again. I just saved. I will tell you guys, for those that don't know, I have like short-term memory loss, really bad. So sometimes I forget if I just did something, or if I just talked about something. That'll pop up a lot. So I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, so let's kind of look at this stuff. These icons are very like Grandia 1 again. You know, and like I said, I will mention Grandia 1 a lot, but these icons are kind of carried over from that as well. We'll see a lot more about that. But yeah, so we can look at our equipment here. This is our equipment. On the left, you will see all these icons. Those are on the bottom row. The 5 are the elements. So there's less elements than there were in the first game, because in the first game we had a mix of actually I'm gonna hold back on that. I'm not quite sure if that's actually showing all the elements, because I actually know for a fact that there's other elements that they don't show us. But yeah, anyways, so we have like poison, sleep, paralysis, like those like conditions and stuff, like you know, debuffs or whatever. That's the top row, and then the second row is the elements. And I think it shows if we have equipment that's giving us like immunity or defense against something, we'll actually see those light up, and they'll have like a number behind them or something or whatever. So that's kind of why that is there. But those icons are all carried over from the first game. Like they're all literally those all appeared in the first game. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we just got the reason I went in there is because we just got a charm. We can equip that, but I will tell you guys, it's a blizzard resistance, which is the snowman. And see how the 5 pops up next to snowman. The snowman actually gets colored in. Yeah, so that's kind of like you know, it's resistance against that. We actually don't see a lot of blizzard early on, so I'm not sure quite why they give that to us. Give that to us, but we're gonna keep it in case we fight like a strong enemy that uses blizzard attacks. And then I will tell you guys about the compass needle in Guild Wars. In Grandia 1, the compass needle started spinning faster the closer you got to your goal. In this game, you'll actually have the green circle. The smaller the green circle, the closer you are to the point that you're trying to get to. Right now, it's forward. That's the only way we can go. We cannot go backwards. It won't let us. Like, if we go backwards the trail where the tree was, there's literally just like a little cliff that leads down, and we can't actually go down there. So, and that's where we came from. But yeah, so as you guys can see, the circle, we're trying to go to the right, so the little circle will get smaller and smaller, and then the compass needle will point us to where we need to go. So that will kind of help us to figure out where we need to go. And we have our first battle here. Let's get into battle. So this is full-on 3D now. We're not using sprites, so it opens up the game a little bit more. We still have the whole, like, not turn-based, but we have this field that we're in, and we have the action command bar, whatever you want to call it, on the bottom. Okay, the music in this game is fantastic. The composer, Noriyuki Iwadare, and I'll probably butcher that name, but he's fantastic. He's done for all the Grandia games. There's Grandia 1, 2, and 3, and then Extreme was one as well, and all 4 games. And I'm sure, and all these people. So this game studio was Game Arts, and they closed down. There was actually a Grandia online. There was an MMO, but I think in like 2012 or 10 or somewhere around that, they actually closed down. The game studio closed down. All of those people are now working for other studios, but I do want to say that I think they did an amazing job, and I'm kind of sad that Grandia as a series is not. You know, I talk about Xenoblades being like really taking off and having like this huge thing. I think if Grandia were to, like, if Game Arts were to come back and make a Grandia game right now for like the Switch or something, it would probably take off really well as well. I just think because of how Final Fantasy in the early 2000s with like Final Fantasy X and like all that, that's what they're competing with. I think that's why that's why they eventually never got as big as Final Fantasy, because they were competing with that. And I think right now, where gaming has become this huge staple, where it's like every household there's some kind of gaming going on, whether it's on mobile or on your on Switch or whatever kind of thing you have, right? VR on your PC, whatever. I think it would have a better chance now, so I'm kind of sad about that. But they're all fantastic. I think the Game Arts studio did a great job, and I think the composer, like that's where I started, did amazing. I think the music is so good in these games, especially Grandia 2. I feel like Grandia 2 is where they really, like, the music shines a lot. So we'll hear some really good songs. But yeah, so let's kind of go through combat a little bit. So these icons, we have combo, which is just like 2 regular attacks. So it's bam, bam. Critical is one little bit stronger attack, but what it's used for is to interrupt enemies, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well. Then we have items. Of course, you can use items like in any RPG. You can escape, you can defend, or we can evade, which is just kind of like repositioning myself somewhere on the field. And then AI, we can actually have the AI fight for us, and we can kind of, I think you can definitely like program it to use whatever abilities you want them to. We might use that at some point when the regular battles get kind of annoying. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the bar on the bottom. To some people, it would be a little confusing. I remember it was kind of confusing to me the first time around, but that's when I was a little kid. So we have the action bar down there. So it starts with weight. That's where every character starts, and our protagonist will be on the bottom. Our enemies will be at the top, and you go through and you have to wait until you get to the command. That's where we are, the command input right now. That's the line you have to get to. There is, I think, there are certain stats that will increase the time that it takes for you to actually get to the command, which is like action or something. I don't really know what they are. We're gonna have to find out. And then there's also, I think, stats that actually make you start further down the line. You don't start at like the weight bar. You actually start a little bit further down. meaning that you get to act the first time around you go into battle, you get to act faster. And it has to do with initiative. Like if we surprise an enemy, we actually get to we get to act faster than they do. And if they surprise me, they actually get to act faster, blah, 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 whatever. Once we get to the command line, we have to input a command, right? And then we have the action bar, which depending on which command we're doing, you know, the stronger the attack or the stronger the thing. And if we haven't leveled it up yet, you guys will see we have levels on stuff. So we have like one ability, for example, which is a move. This is 10 Sacred Slash. It has 1 stars. I believe it goes all the way up to 5 stars. Once it has 5 stars, it'll say like a star, and it'll say like something like all or something. We'll have to see as we level that up as well. But it has one star right now, and we'll be able to level these up. It's different from Grandia 1. In Grandia 1, you would level up abilities by using them. I believe that's how it worked. In Grandia 2, we actually have to spend coins to level up certain things. Whoa, did you guys see that lag? I was like, is my game crashing? What's happening? I would be really sad if my game crashed. But yeah, so we kind of have, we'll explore more of this as well. So for now, I'm just going to use a combo, and we're just going to attack this model spider, okay? So enough talking about all of this. Let's get in before my game crashes. That would be great. Alright, he did 25 damage. He just attacked us. And then we go back to the wait stage, and we're a little bit faster than the spider, and we defeat him.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
And we get our little speech, like a little victory speeches, and yeah, and we win the battle. So and it gets, again, like Grandia 1, this is kind of a trap, guys, by the way, as you saw. So we get a hand grenade, Yomi's elixir, and wound salve, which is all like healing items. And hand grenade is something you can use. It's actually an item. So let's use that item. Let's throw. So you see at the top, these are recovery items. These are all like stuff to help us recover stuff. And this is power 300. Ooh, look at this. So this is an AoE. We'll see these circles a lot. A lot of the spells, a lot of the magic and stuff will have like circles like this. But it tells you how far, how much you get. And that's something that Grandia 1 was really missing, because you had to kind of figure out, like, am I gonna hit this enemy with this attack or am I not? And the first time you used them, you didn't know what they really looked like, and it was a little confusing because you had sprites, so you know, some of the stuff was sprites, so you know, it wasn't 3D, so it kind of was offset. It's gonna be a lot smoother in this game, the combat positioning and stuff like that. So here we can see the big circle. If we had, what is happening with this game right now? That is so weird, and I'm telling you, this has not happened to me. But yeah, anyways, so let's just use that. Bam, and we get like a really cool explosion, and this guy is actually attacking us now, I think, right? Yeah, he is. Okay, let's go after him. Attack! We got it.
You better practice if you want to.
We get a little explosion from the hand grenade there, and we move on. Alright, let's move on into the next area. I think we're going into the Carbo Village, guys. Let's do it. And let's hope the game doesn't crash. I don't know why it's doing that. It was not doing that in my original. That's why I'm really confused on this. Alright, and there's the girls. Remember them? Bye, Elena. See you later. I'm sorry, Tessa. I would join you if I could. I wonder why I'm not permitted to leave with you. I guess your role is more important than ours. Don't worry. We'll do all the preparations for the ceremony. Tessa, we have to get going. Oh, all right. See you later, Elena. Let's go. Elena, it's time for the service. You ought to return now. Yes, you're right. Don't worry, we've hired a bodyguard. You'll catch up with us safely. Please take care of yourselves, and Tessa, I will see you later. All right. And the girls split up. Now, Elena, let's go back. And that was Carius's wife. We don't know who Carius is. Thank you for all your hard work. Alright. Probably none of our concern. Are they collecting tithes? There's enough. What do? Storm through your door and beat charity out of you? Yeah, tithes being something that I guess they... Because they're the ruling body, again, they're kind of like, you know, it's a theocracy kind of thing, so they collect the money from the people. I understand they're, and this is the other guy. He's not named, but this is what I understand they're off to a tower outside the village to drive away evil spirits. We're very fortunate to have the sisters. Evil spirits? Yes. Things are fine around here during the day, but when the sun goes down, all kinds of terrible monsters are about. What about the girl who stayed behind? Oh, Miss Elena? She's a songstress of Grannis. She sings such pretty songs for us. Maybe she will join after the service. You don't look like you're from around here. Word of advice, don't venture about at night. Huh? They needed a bodyguard. What's this about driving out evil spirits? So that kind of, I don't know, that was kind of strange, right? Because, so these are obviously church folk, the women. New in town? Okay, so we can recover here. But yeah, it was kind of strange, right? Because they asked for a bodyguard, and even the one girl mentioned a bodyguard. But they're here to drive away evil spirits. Like, what's that all about? We'll find out. So the interior, it's something that I pointed out and when I originally recorded this, but they're very similar to Grandia 1, right? The like oven and stove kind of combination here. Very like, because Grandia 1 had this like huge steampunk thing that like we even started in a town that was like super steampunkish with the way that it was designed and stuff. It was all like metal overlaid and like it was super like steampunkish with the like even the steam engine, you know, the train and stuff. And we kind of we get a little bit of like that's very reminiscent of that, the way that the oven and stove over here is. Yeah, but we can't do, remember how we used to be able to like interact with items and they would like tip back and forth, kind of wobble around or something? We can't do any of that here, which is kind of sad. I love doing that. I loved going up to like a random, like a bottle somewhere and knocking it over or something. That was really cool. And there's like food on the table. But yeah, so that's the interior of that, of the inn. And we're here in Carbo Village. Let's go to the other side. This is the general store. We have this gentleman over here with the hat, with the floaty hat. I don't think it's a hat. It kind of looks like a hat. But he can explain combat to us. I don't care to figure that out. Welcome to my shop. So we can buy things here. We only have like $200. So I don't know if I really want to... I don't have money to buy anything important. What's a heavy stone? Oh. Null's knockback. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't think I'm going to buy anything here. It's not important. Our equipment is going to be more than sufficient. So let's look around a little bit. Carbo Village. So we have this really cool angel statue here. With like a sword or whatever, right? Again, some religious imagery right there. So, if you're a fan of angels, there it is. We have a Carbo house. I mean, we can kind of go in these houses. Let's see what they... Okay, some old man with the bed right in the living room, no kitchen. You must be the Geohound. It's so good of you to come here to help us. Whoa now, Gramps. You feeling well? For future reference, no one thanks a Geohound. Everyone hates us, remember? Oh, no. I'm grateful for the dangerous job you're doing, slaying monsters. That's something I could never do. Well, I've been despised before, but never thanked. Yeah, there's lag going on, guys, which I'm very upset about. So, I'm gonna save real quick. Did I save? I don't remember. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna restart the game, guys. So there's gonna be a little cut here. So let me just, okay. I just had to look at the time. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in just a second. Let me just restart the, I'm gonna restart the game. Alright, sorry guys, we're back. So, I don't know where the cut there was, but yeah, I just... Oh my god. Wait. I thought my camera settings reset for a second, but... Okay, no, that's fine. Alright, so I hope that fixes the issues. I just closed the game and restarted it. Because the Switch never has issues like that, so that was kind of weird. It's probably because I never... Oh, we were able to interact with the chair. I didn't actually press anything, so... Might look out for that. I didn't know that you could do that. The monsters from the Black Forest have lately begun to come out around the village. I fear that someday my wife or children might be attacked. The world has become a dangerous place. Logic dictates that dense forests are to be the nesting grounds for monsters. Don't let the women and kids near. So it's the forest around here is called the Black Forest, and apparently monsters are roaming here. Monsters were roaming the streets, and did this change something about the camera settings? Yeah, the camera settings reset. I don't know why that happened. That's so weird. Am I gonna have to do that every time I open that? Ooh, can I interact with these chairs? Now I'm just looking for everything. I just ran into the chair and I moved under the table. That was a weird interaction. Are you a traveler? We have some delicious jams. Would you like to try some? Jam? No, I'll pass. I can't stand sweet food. That was rather odd. It does not appear that they can harvest enough fruit to make this jam. Oh yes, Father Carius taught us how to plant and tend orchids. That's why we have enough fruit. Oh, okay. So they have some orchids around here. Orchards. Orchids? Wow. Where did I get orchids from? Orchards. Alright, anyways. Alright, anyways, so we kind of get to meet a regular village, regular folk kind of here, but looks like Father Carius is the, like, leading man here or whatever. And you guys will see at the compass over there, the blue icons is the amount, the more places we can go, the more blue dots we'll have. And they'll fill out the black dots, depending on how many we have, of course. So we have 4 places to go. We can go to the inn, we can go to the general store, North Silesia, which is the continent we're on. We're on the northern part of it. And then the Church of Grandia. That's where we're going right now. So this is the church. Beautiful, right? Here we go. A song. Maybe it's that songstress. Yeah, I remember. We heard about the songstress. Shh. Strange. It's coming. Sounds like it's coming from inside. Let's take a look.
I should have known that I needed more practice.
What's the matter? Is that all?
Who said that?
Don't mind me. Continue.
Were you listening to my singing?
Come on, if you're that tense, you won't be able to perform at all.
Who are you? I haven't seen you around. What are you doing here?
Whoa now, what am I doing here? You're the one who hired me.
I hired you? I do not remember anything of the sort. You look awfully suspicious. Leave right now, or I'll scream.
Are you for real? Oh, wait a sec. I bet no one told you.
Elena, is something the matter? Ah, you must be the Geohound, yes? We've been waiting for you.
A geohound?
Hey, I'm Ryudo. This here's Sky. Quite a warm welcome for someone you're hiring.
What? Why are you being so rude?
Elena, please excuse her. Allow me to apologize on her behalf. Elena, you must get ready to leave.
Yes, Father. I'm very sorry for interfering. Please excuse me.
Excuses in women are equally tiring.
This is not the place. May I ask you to wait at the inn? I shall be along shortly.
All right, so we get introduced to Elena, who is a songstress of Granis. Father Carius, who is the lead, pretty much the leader. Again, like I said, this is like a theocracy, so I think that's what it's called, right? When it's like a religious body rules a country or whatever. So he's kind of the leader of this town because he's the father of the church. Yeah, so he's the like local priest or whatever. And he's hiring us to protect Elena. And yeah, so he's just kind of like, you know, Ryudo. Like I said, Ryudo hates everything and everyone, and he's kind of that's something that I pointed out as well. So he's kind of a misogynist, right? He has something against women. Like he's totally against women in a weird way, and I don't know. I don't know if that's something we'll explore further at some point, because he's just like, you know, like. Excuses and women are equally tiring, and it's just like, oh my god, you can't, like, nowadays that probably wouldn't fly and people would like hate on Ryudo for just being that. But I will tell you guys, like I said, the way that his character is right now, there's a lot of improvement that can be done, which means that there's going to be a lot of, because he's going to be the, like, he's our Justin, right? And obviously this is a JRPG, so it's gonna get to the point where we're gonna deal with some really heavy stuff, and he's gonna be the hero, right? He's kind of supposed to be the hero. How do we think a character like that is gonna be the hero? Well, he's gonna have to change his ways a little bit, and he will. So, but yeah, Father Carius asks us to wait at the inn. So let's go and wait for Father Carius. The priest told me to wait here. The priest told me to wait here. I just said that. Oh yes, he'll be along shortly. Why don't you take a seat over there? Alright. Tell him to make it quick. So Father Carius also seems to not be very judgmental or judging of geohounds, right? I believe there's a geohound waiting for me. Geohound? There's a man over there. A geohound, Father. What need have we with his kind? Ah, he has come. Peace, my son. It is not appointed to us to judge our fellow man. Granis alone reserves that power. So it's not our place to judge, but God, right? Granis. So I apologize for our rudeness earlier. You must be Ryudo the Geohound, correct? I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what business does a noble priest of the Church of Granis have with a lowly geohound like me? I believe that was stated in my letter. You did read the letter, did you not? So he's kind of questioning whether or not we can actually read, but yes, we can. Come now, Father. For a priest, your lack of faith is most disturbing. Easy now. He's kind of like, Rita's is kind of like, first of all, it's a really interesting. Oh, low battery? Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna plug this in real quick, guys. Sorry. Let me just plug it in so I can charge. Oh, what is happening? I'm re-recording and like now I'm having all these technical difficulties. What's going on here? But I don't know if that's a reference to Star Wars or not. It's very funny if it is, right? But yeah, so he's just kind of like, yeah, okay. Why would he just come into town and be like, hey, you're hiring me if you couldn't read the letter? You know what I mean? So, but Sky's like, easy now, calm down, don't be rude. Enough, Sky. I don't know why he's telling him enough, because he just said like, easy now. So, Father, you need a bodyguard. Talk. There's a tower outside of town, Garmia Tower. We will hold a ceremony there tonight under the light of the full moon. I want you to take one of our sisters there, and once the ceremony is over, I want you to bring her back here. I don't buy it. The church has never sought help from outside before, and this is a job for a choir boy, not a murderous geohound. Not all are against you, lad. You need not always walk in anger and pain. All troubles can be resolved with prayer. And so he's kind of like pushing his religion a little bit on Ryudo here, and I don't want to like accuse someone of, you know, doing that, but it kind of seems like, you know, so Ryudo kind of, then I suggest you start praying your sister over to your tower. So he's kind of offended a little bit. I'm sorry, I did not mean to offend, please. Fine, fine, I'll do the job, but save your sermons. Gold has a finer voice. That's all he's after, right? A job's a job. The sister whom you will be protecting is waiting in the church. Please ready yourself and come along. Don't worry about the girl. I've never botched a job, and I don't plan to start. Right, and then so you're a Geohound. We don't want any trouble here. Okay, calm down. We haven't done anything yet. Again, murders Geohound over here. I'm gonna save again, because knock on wood, we haven't gotten any more interruptions, any like breakdown or whatever. All right, so we kind of get that interaction, but again, gold. You know, we're only after gold. It's a job for us. We're not interested in any of the, like, you know, religious things or whatever. We're like, just give us the money and we'll do the job. So there they are. So father, you want me to escort her fussiness over here? Fine. You're coming with me or something. He said. I kind of skipped too fast. Father, am I the only one with a Geohound? Yes, your role is very important. Why can I not just go alone? Please, father. Hey, what are you trying to do? You already paid me in advance. I do not want to go along with that. It says boar, but she actually meant boar. I will tell you guys because of the next sentence that happens. Hey now, who are you calling a boar? Elena, your role is very important. Were something to happen to you, we couldn't hold a ceremony, thus the bodyguard. It's not fair that I'm the only one who has to go with the Geohound. I don't care one way or the other. Look, are you coming or not? Elena, please, do not forget your role. We're depending on you. I beg you. Yes, father, you're right. I ought not make Tessa and the others wait. I shall perform my part. Well then, Mr. Ito, please take Elena to Grandia Tower. Fine, let's go, princess. My name is Elena. Princess Elena, then. Move it. So rude. What? So rude. Alright, so we're going in on this is North Celestia. Yeah, and here we are. So Carbo Village, we can kind of see the northern continent. We can kind of see, as you guys like see the crack there, the crevices, the canyons or whatever. We do see some interesting stuff. There's ruins on the bottom left there. You know, like some destroyed fort or something like that. We see some snowy mountains on the right with snowy trees and stuff. And we see Grandia Tower. So this is Carbo Village, and then we're going to the Black Forest. And through the Black Forest, we go into, or we're going to the tower. So let's get into the Black Forest here. And we'll kind of run around here. And yeah, so we get some dangerous music. Oh, we collected them. I think it was medicinal herb, just another one. All right, and we move along with Elena here. So, but she's kind of like looking around. Hey, what is it? This is your first time walking in the woods? No, not at all. It's just that at night. So it's now nighttime, right? Remember, keep your head down and watch your step. Look over there. And she kind of just like freezes. Nice reflexes, princess. Unfortunately, we're not out here to pick berries or nurse her shrews. Next time, you might want to duck and cover. Most bad guys won't stop killing you if you're trying to kiss their ouchies. Hey, you frozen there or something? Mr. Ryudo, there's something ahead. Yeah, back off. Alright, we're here to protect the Songstress of Granis. And we get bird monsters, but we get 2 of them. We get the dodo. That does not look like a dodo, but that's okay. Oh my god! Yeah, they're not very strong around here, but they do that on purpose, just because they're, you know, obviously this is like the introductory thing. Once we actually get some more team members, which we will, obviously, it's not a solo game. Once we get some team members, it'll get a lot harder. Or not a lot harder, but it'll get actually to the point where there's some kind of difficulty there. Let's just attack. Yeah.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
You okay, princess? Yes, Mr. Rito. How are you? Are you alright? I'm fine, as long as I'm getting paid, but one thing. Yes? Drop the Mr. stuff. I'm not your teacher, your babysitter, or your damn butcher. Just Ryudo. Alright. Bah. At this rate, we won't make it till dawn. Step on it. Yeah, we have to remember they're doing the ceremony at during the full moon, right? At midnight, I'm guessing, right? So we have to get there like yesterday. All right, we have more monsters. All right, let's try one of our techniques here. Let's try Tanseiken Slash. It says upward slash from below has a cancel effect. So cancel effect means that once we put in a command, we go into the action bar, right? The red bar or whatever. If an enemy is on that red bar, if they're in the middle of like casting something or like preparing whatever skill or whatever, we use something that has a cancel effect, which is, there's 2 things you can do. You can either use something that has a cancel effect, a move that has a cancel effect, or you can do a critical hit. A critical hit also has a cancel effect. You can cancel them, which would bring them back to the wait bar. So pretty much where they are right now, it kind of would reset them to go back to that point. So you can interrupt them from doing anything. So if you're really smart about it, you can like keep enemies from doing, you know, anything really. But yeah, we get these little spikes that are coming in. That means that we're preparing a technique.
Tanseiken Slash!
And we actually, that's perfect timing because, oh, we cancel and we kill him. Ah, I thought we would have evaded him, but we weren't far enough. Sometimes you can do that where if your technique actually goes through, you evade the enemy and you kind of just like go around. So, and yeah, we might see that where enemies, or where we evade, or maybe even enemies. Enemies might evade at some point as well.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
All right, cool. We get some special coins, magic coins, which will be used to level up our techniques, our magics and stuff like that. All right, so we continue on. The path splits, but I'll tell you guys, there's not much going on here. There's something here, which is something. I didn't read it, but it's not important. I don't think it's important. You can kind of look at it real quick. I think we got, yeah, the power nut. So this is an attack item. This is used in combat. Some friends, I think it's gonna have like an AoE, kind of AoE ring like we had with the hand grenade, but it gives us +1 attack level. It probably gives us for that battle. So for one battle we have an extra attack, +1 attack. I don't know how great of a thing that really is. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna stop the episode here. Because we're about to move to the tower. And yeah, I think last time I recorded this, I actually got a little bit further, but I think I explained a little bit more about combat and stuff this time around, which is probably smart. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna end the episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Morali. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel. In the comments down below, let me know if you guys are enjoying this game, what you're looking forward to. You know, just whatever, just, you know, let me know how your day is going or whatever. I don't, you know, I love to hear from you guys. I love to interact with you guys. I respond to every single comment, most every single comment. Some comments I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I do stream over on Twitch as well if you guys are interested. I usually stream somewhere around like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't I don't necessarily always stream all 3 days. Sometimes I do. I don't know. I usually go live in the evenings around 8, 9 o'clock, and we'll go depending on how busy you get. If there's a lot of people, like I did a co-op stream recently with my sister, and we started at like 7 p.m. We didn't stop until like 3 a.m. I mean, we're streaming like ungodly amount of time. Like, it was crazy, but it was a great time. So if you guys are interested in hanging out with me live, you can do that over there. And yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.